Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. Today, let me show you the two new items that I've added to Bud's world of RC stuff. Alright, let's start today's video off by me explaining why I have not been down here in this shop in 4 days, shy of a month. Last time I was down here was on the 23rd of June, and it's now the 19th of July. Between a whole lot of stuff going on at work and me with almost no free time, I've actually been at work every single day for the past 3.5 weeks. And that's even on my days off, had to go and do a little bit of work. But anyway, let me show you about the two little items that have been recently purchased. Well, one of them recently. The other one, it showed up here before I even made the last video that you guys saw, because that came probably the second or third week of June when I got that one. But you haven't seen it yet, and today you're going to see it. So let me go ahead, get the cameras reset up, and let me show you what I got. All right, let me show you in order of appearance. We're going to get the one that's been sitting down here in the basement for over a month, and then I'll get you into the newest one that just arrived, oh my gosh, I don't know, 4 days ago. And that's so new to me. I got a lot of learning to do on that one. Anyway, let's go to what I'm going to consider the easy one. And I will be doing video on the build of this and possibly on the training videos on the other one. So yeah, it's a whole new world for me with the other one. So anyway, there it is. Yeah, I went ahead, I got one of the Durafly Goblins. And I decided to buy that one because I got a little ad on my email, and it said, "Hey Bud, I think you need one of these things." And as soon as I saw it, that's pretty much about the colors I'm doing the stomp in. And there's the stomp still back in the corner. Just that's as far as that got. It's ready to cover. I just haven't had time to start covering it yet. So, and that will be coming up very soon as well. But anyway, this one. Yeah, as soon as I saw it and saw the dollar amount and what I was going to have to spend to go ahead and make the purchase, it was a no-brainer. The plain 2 battery packs and an orange receiver is, you know, it's going to be run out of my Spectrum radio. Never had a problem with the orange receivers, and they're pretty darn cheap. So I decided, let's just go ahead and we'll throw another orange receiver in this one and we'll give it a go. So for this, 99 bucks. Over at Hobby King, $99 for this, and it is small, and it's gonna scream too. The batteries weren't that expensive, but all together delivered 165 bucks. So that was, like I said, a no-brainer. So I just went ahead and did that one. This one is all glued together, and if you haven't seen videos, because there's videos on it, and one of my YouTube buddies, Jeff, down in, it's either North Carolina or South Carolina, he got one, and he flew his, and I watched his videos a week after I got this one, and I think that they clocked theirs at about 128 miles an hour. So this little thing scooting through the sky at that speed on a wing that size, it's going to be a blast. I'm going to really enjoy it. So anyway, this one just glues together. It's just going to be some thick CA. There's other things I can use. I've used contact cement, and I'm sure I can get away with that if I care to, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and do what I've been doing for years, because this foam can take CA, and I'll be using thick CA, not thin, and I'll just come in with, and I'll probably use something like this, just a little needle pin, a building pin, poke holes into the foam. So that way what you're doing is when you're putting the glue inside and compressing it together, it's adding tooth. It's in pushing the CA glue into the foam. So it's kind of like having like a permanent Velcro in a way. And that'll hold it together. I've never had a problem. Never lost anything in foam super gluing it together like that for the items that can use that that kind of glue. Okay, here's your instructions. Pretty easy. Just says to use glue. They give you the elevator rate and the aileron rates, and then down here at the bottom says if you have received the ball link connectors on the ailerons of your Goblin, they want you to go ahead and go over to the clevises. And here's what they gave you. It just takes the slop out, because with ball links, if there's too much play between the little brass ball and these, whatever you want to call them, plastic, nylon, whatever, little cups, it's going to be sloppy. And a plane that can go that fast, you don't want any slop in it at all. And even though they're telling you on what you can have for throw rates on this one, anybody that sets them up like that and wants to go fly at speed, you're crazy. I've flown planes this fast before, and that is way too much. 6 to 10 mil, I bet you're going to probably be flying with about 3 millimeters on those. At that speed, you want to have very little. Where if you have 6 to 12 millimeters, I'll have it set up for probably up to 12 millimeters just for taking off and landing, because it's going to be thrown and then belly skidded in. I'll probably have it set up for that, but there's only going to be one rate on that, and I'll have 2 rates, maybe one at like 5 mil and then one down at 3 mil, and just see how it goes. Just because I want to have fun on the first flight as well. Yeah. So anyway, that will be a separate little video all of its own on the assembly, and then you know, hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll do the maiden flight on that one as well. It might be 2 videos, it might just be 1 video. See how long it takes. Anyway, it does skid in on a little plastic belly skid, because on, you know, there's no wheels on this. Once this gets glued in, this little skid plate will just get glued to the bottom of the fuselage and in the bottom of the wing. So you'll throw it, you'll just belly skid it in, which is why the control horns are up on the top of the wing. Flat bottom, you don't want that sticking out the bottom. So anyway, let me get that stuff out the way, and let me show you what the other one is. And the second item purchased costs about 3 times more than what that one was, but it's smaller. And I'm going to catch grief from some of you guys, because all I've ever been flying is pretty much just RC planes, fixed wing airplanes. I tried my little thing with helis and didn't really enjoy it. But just to see what kind of more content I can put together for you guys, yep, I decided to get myself a Mavic. And what I got was not the Air 2, I got the Mini. And yeah, go ahead, you can tell me how much better the Air 2 is. I got friends that fly this, and the person, I don't know if you've seen him in any of my earlier videos, Johnny Kappa, he's been flying drones for years, so he's actually going to be my trainer. Over the years, whenever we've built planes together, he's always wanted me to do the maiden flight on his, because he's uncomfortable doing maiden flights on planes that he's built. So he trusts me flying his planes that he spent his time and money on. He's the person that I decided I'm going to, because he's been flying, he's got the experience and the knowledge. So he will be my instructor. So I will be training for probably a couple months on this thing, just to go ahead and you know, I'm used to doing what my sticks do on my radio, and this is different. So it's going to be starting off very slowly, but don't worry, as things progress, I will probably be, even if the weather's good, because today I went up for my first training session and it was pouring rain out. It went from being beautiful to, by the time I got over to this house, it was raining out, and it's still raining out right now. So, but anyway, I will try to get this camera that you're watching me through right now, the Lumix, out there. So as I'm going through my training, I'll probably record a little bit of it, just so you guys can, you know, make fun of me for flying a drone. So anyway, it's a very nice little rotary wing aircraft that doesn't weigh much. With the battery pack in it, it does come out 249 grams, which keeps you below the FAA radar. But anything you put on this one will add weight to it. I do have, he gave me some little extensions to go on the legs to keep it higher up off the ground, because the last thing you want to bang on the ground is that little camera on the gimbal. So even though this is up in front, he gave me extensions, and he also told me to try to get rid of this. So if any of you guys out there watching this video have found a way to get rid of some of that twist, you let me know. Write it down in the comments, because for me to pop this piece of foam out is no big deal. I just want to find out how you guys have stiffened this up a little bit, because the back is solid. It's a piece of plastic in the back, but for some reason they're using foam, soft foam up in the front. And I don't know if it was for a better weight balance on it or not, but you know, we'll find out as things progress along. So anyway, yeah, so that's it. So I'm jumping into a little bit colder water, and right now not going to be comfortable until I get used to flying this thing. So don't forget to subscribe, let all your buddies know, and we'll see you guys next time back down in the shop.